Welcome to this video about how you can navigate in the viewer in Bimsync. So, first of all, I would like to show you that using this symbol, you can decide which of your models are visible. So here we are loaded the architecture model, furniture model, and the landscape architecture model. If you use the mouse button, the left one, and move the mouse, you see we rotate around the point we click on. If you use the right mouse button, hold it down and pan, you see that the camera moves in a panning motion. If you use the scroll button on the wheel and roll forwards or backwards, you see him zoom in and out. In addition, we have built-in support for using the W, S, A, D keys. Some will remember those are quite often used in 3D simulation and games. So if you hold down W, you move the camera forward. If you hold down S, you move backwards. A is left and D is right. If you hold down the C key, you move the camera down, and if you hold down the X key, you move the camera up. In addition to those, if you hold down the F key, you tilt the camera down, looking more at the ground, and if you hold down the R key, you move the camera up and tilting it, you tilt the camera so that it looks more up. So those are the basic keys. You can also use the arrow keys to navigate. So with the obvious ones being arrow key up being forward, arrow key down is backward, left means exactly that left, and right is obviously right. So in addition to these, we have support for using Bimsync on iPhone or Android phone and iOS tablets, and also Android tablets. So if you go to this settings menu and click show joystick, and you say OK, bottom center, you see that we have gotten this new thing here. That is very useful when you want to navigate in a model using either a phone or an iPad. So now I'm on the computer, so you can still use it here, but it's especially useful if you are using it on a mobile device. I should also mention when it comes to navigation that you can set the speed you navigate by. Here I like to turn this to a little bit higher number because I want to be efficient when I move the camera around. Also here you can decide if you see the spaces. So if you first just remove the roof and then the inner roof, you see here we have a lot of rooms. And let's get rid of a little bit more here. If you now click and select show spaces, you see here that the spaces are showing. And if I now click on it, you see that I have selected this space, and I can click I to see information about this. This model is in Norwegian and it says kitchen, and you get a little bit of information about the space. And you can click around and get different kinds of information. This is another type of room. So in addition to that, if we want to go back to our original view, we can always click on this icon. It says show all, and it's back. Now I can, let's say we select this one and right click. I can add a clipping plane. This symbol here symbolizes the clipping plane, and we can add up to 6 of them at a time. Now the clipping plane is selected because we see the green border around the symbol, and we can move the clipping plane down, and we see inside the building. So here we see information from the architecture model, the furniture model, and the landscape architecture model. We can navigate around and take a look. In addition, we also have a 2D view. So in order to save a little bit of space, because to use this as a demonstration I use a very small monitor, we can click here to hide the tree and click here to hide inspect mode. If I now click here, I see that only 3D models are selected. If I want to look at 2D, I can click here and get a 2D model of the architecture model. This is automatically generated from 3D in the architecture model. So here we see inside that model, and we can also here use the rolling button, the scroll wheel on the mouse, to zoom in and out. And we can select spaces or select stuff here in the 3D model. Well, that was outside the view. Here, so you see that is selected. And if we zoom a little bit out, let's say we click here, here, and it's you see it keeps track of it, synchronizes the 2D model with the 3D model. And if you now look at the tree, open that again and select one building element, for instance this wall, we see that it's selected here. And because all of these views, the 3D, the 2D and the tree view, are kept in sync. We can also click here to have a larger view of the 2D model, and that is quite useful if we are in a big building and want to navigate efficiently. So let's say we want to go down here. We just select this symbol here, which is a symbol for the camera, and drag it down here. Notice when I drag this way, what is selected is really a symbol of a camera but with a locked angle. So dragging with the left button, it sort of keeps the angle the camera is looking at constant. If I use the right mouse button, it zooms in a different way, because then it tries to look at the mouse button. So that way we can look at it in a different way. So it's a quite useful way of navigating a large model. So this has been a short introduction to navigating in 2D and 3D inside of Bimsync. Hope you have enjoyed it, and please subscribe.